All right, going. Yo, what is up, guys? Joker here. Episode 36 TGW. We are talking about pirates. Arr!
Yeah.
This is the pirate edition. Yar. We're gonna do the whole episode talking about like pirates. Yar.
I got a.
You're not talking like a pirate. You're not talking like a pirate.
No, well, I got a 250 gig hard drive from a pirate.
Ooh,
Yeah, Yahoo's my pirate.
nice.
Yeah, getting deals. Yeah,
Getting
brother.
them deals on all day.
Yep. So let's start off the personal news, eh?
Not much. What's good, chat though? What's up, everyone in chat? Chihuahua King. I see everyone hanging out in chat. Lee.
Yep.
We got Epic X here. Is he here? I haven't seen Epic. I don't know if he's here. Mr. Mattylicious. I even see Techya City. What's up, Techya City? Thanks for coming to hang out with us.
Yeah, man. No worries. Yeah. So, all right. Well, yeah, I'll bump off personal news, man. Just there, the 4K, man. Upgraded to 4K this
Both of
week.
us did, man. Both of us.
I noticed. Yeah, I noticed you did too, dude. And
4K, baby.
holy moly, man! I have a lot more respect now for people who like go overkill on their, whatever 2 8-core CPUs and whatnot, because
Oh, yes.
oh man, it's ridiculous. Like
I'm
4K
struggling,
is
man.
just- yeah,
4K footage on its own is okay, but the moment you put on like a single layer of color grading or effect or overlay, it's like
yeah.
even
it's
on a
grind,
6
man.
core, it's like watching it you're like watching it back at like 12 frames per second on a 6 core. It's ridiculous.
I try putting text over it and then enabling
Oh,
shadows. It's
dude,
like,
I've got like, oh, dude, I had my color grading, color curves, saturation. I had a vignette. I had my Joker Productions animated overlay. It's like there was loads of stuff going on. It's like just a grind to a halt until I get past the effects, and I'm like, all right, now it's just video. I have to
Yeah.
play it back at like 25% res, which is like okay because that's actually 1080.
yeah, I'm probably gonna have to make some upgrades to probably gonna have to get another 16 gig of RAM and
Well, now you
some
see
new
why I
hard
want
drives.
that. Now you see why I want the Deca core, yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that legit now. That's a legit requirement. So don't say that though. Just say you don't need it. If Intel hear that you need it, they're going to be like $1,200.
Well, they could just
We know
send
he
us-
wants it.
They could just send us-
1,500, 16. You want it, Joker? 1,700.
Yes. So yeah, we both of our channels upgraded to 4K. Like it was like just like we were all just like talking about it. Like everyone was talking about it. I had been talking to Bad C Tech as well on Skype about it quite a bit. And then he pulled the trigger on a Sigma. Brian pulled the trigger on the camcorder that I had been looking at because I wanted to get it to use it for this, and I talked about using it for this show. Like, but then I was but then he got that, and I bought this guy. Went and picked up the G7, and this thing is just amazing. Because Dimitri was like how good it was. Dimitri uses this for 4K, and this is what I've been using for the past few videos, and this thing is amazing.
Yeah, it looks good.
It's the Canon killer. That's what I call
Yeah,
it.
it
the
is.
Canon
It
killer.
is definitely like that. I mean, like I'm loving the Sony because I picked it up for like what $550 or so. Like I was watching it on Amazon and everywhere else, and then like this place just bumped down their price and the used things on Amazon. So I'm like snapped it up. I'm like booyah. And yeah, it's like brand new, man. The cam's like brand new. The Sony, the best thing about the Sony on this time around is the onboard audio is really good. Like even the bass speakers, man. I could reliably use those speakers in the real world, But plugging a lav mic into that thing, the sound is just like noise free. It's got a better amp on it, good ADC. So I don't even need things like a Zoom H1 anymore with that thing. And then there's
When you record audio into it, what format is it? Is it WAV or is it MP3 or what?
I forgot. Like they use the XASV or whatever it is, XACV format. Sony uses it, and I've got to figure out what audio it's embedded in. But anyway, my final processes are pretty good. Like the edits are really good.
The XAVC, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the one.
Yeah, that's what I had to use on the Unravel footage. That's why I had to upgrade to 13 today, was for the 4K 60 FPS one in there. They have all of those ones for XAVC. On Vegas 12, they don't have XAVC.
Well, there you go. You got to get Vegas 13.
That's what it was.
So
It's what I had to upgrade. Even as soon as
yeah.
I saw the icon on my taskbar, I even knew it was newer.
Well, that's it. So, well, the thing is, like, people have been asking me, like, what did I change from? I changed from Premiere Pro CS6. Now, CS6 doesn't even support XAVC or whatever, XACV natively. And so I was like, well, I'm not going to go. Like, I hate cloud software. I'm really against it. I do not want to use cloud software. So Adobe want like $20 a month for the cloud, and it's not too bad. Like, the price they're asking actually isn't too bad. It's just that I don't want to use a cloud-based software, especially to edit my videos. So I just went and checked out Vegas, man. That's going for like $300, especially here in Japan. There's some website called Source Next. You can get it in a whole package with like Acid and some other music editing and movie studio thing.
Yeah.
Really good deal. So I was just like, I read up the reviews. I mean, I did do a trial before with Vegas Pro when I was doing the testing and stuff, but it's just all it is just a different program essentially. There's things that it does differently. Like, Premiere Pro does more like things more manually. So you've got a lot more manual control, whatnot. But the thing is, like, Vegas is definitely for YouTubers, man. Like, I'm gonna say, like, it's for guys who just want to bang out videos that are with pretty good effects that are automated. Like, all the automation in Vegas Pro is really easy to use.
It saves a lot of time. Like, yeah, Adobe's it's Premiere is the same as every other Adobe program. It's like, just like learning Paint, like Photoshop. It's like, yes, it's more robust. It has way more features than any other program out there. But it also has a very steep learning curve, and there's a lot that goes into, because you have to do everything yourself, and that's because it's so professional. Because professionals want that level of control. They don't want anything done automatically, but with YouTube, I mean, you want that as well, but there's a certain level of, give and take where you can allow for certain things to be, done for you to help save time, and like transitions and quick things like that just save you a lot of time using in Vegas makes it well worth it. That's why I've been on the, I've been using the Sony Vegas trial for about 4.5 years running now. It's a really good trial program they have. I'm big fan of the Sony Vegas trial.
Well, let's be honest here. I mean, like, if you're banging out YouTube videos, it's like you don't need this, full Marvel, freaking Hollywood, editing platform or whatever, So, like, I'm finding it really good. I would recommend.
It's not that Vegas isn't
over.
that either anyway. You could still do all that stuff with Vegas. I mean, if our videos look good, and I would put up my videos up against anyone out there, on YouTube, for quality wise. I know that there's people better than me, but it's good. It's more than good enough, and that's Sony Vegas, so it's fine.
Yeah, but I'd say if you were like thinking between Vegas, if you're like doing YouTube specifically, and you're thinking between Vegas and Premiere Pro, I would go with Vegas hands down. That's just my recommendation.
I still recognize the value of Adobe, and if I could go back from the beginning, I would have learned Adobe instead. But
I learned both. No, I wouldn't.
I guess, you have the point of view you have from having used both more than me, obviously. I've barely used Premiere, but I can't get into it, and I like Vegas for that reason. And I don't want to relearn everything, I guess.
Well, time is money, friend. You're going to say
time is money, I guess it's sort of like the grass is greener on the other side of the fence. Like, I see other people using Premiere, like, that are maybe better, and I assume that maybe there's something I'm missing that I could be getting if I was using it, But that's always in the back of my head about anything. I think all YouTubers struggle with that, with like bigger channels or whatever. Like, oh man, if only I had that lens, or if I had that fucking setup or whatever, it would be I could do better, That's how it is with YouTube.
Well, I've got my setup now. I'm home and hose, man. I'm up into 4K. Even my 1080p footage upscale. Well, even my 1080p footage upscale looks really good. So I'm really happy with my gear now. I'll probably be selling my old EOS M, one of them. Like, I've got two of them, so I'll be selling one of them with the 22mm kit lens, because like that doesn't really do that good of a B-roll anyway. So I'll be getting rid of that for like eBaying it. So hopefully it'll help cover the costs of the upgrade. So. Yeah.
If you didn't tell anyone that, like, that video today, I had some 1080p footage worked into it for like the B-roll, no one would know.
Well, that's the thing, man. The 1080p footage looks legitimately better, upscaled. So
Yeah, well, that's because you get the higher bit rate and everything. Because when you
Yeah.
upload to YouTube in 4K, you're getting about 35 to 45 million bit rate, whereas at 1080 it's down around 20. So you're getting almost double the bit rate.
yeah, so I mean, I heard YouTube processes it between 35 and 60 or something. So that's just what I set my variable bit rate to.
It tops out at around 45. That's why settings I showed you earlier had the constant bit rate at 50, so you're always over that.
No, yeah, fair enough.
If you do the variable bit rate, what happens is sometimes you'll get pixelation in some of your transitions and stuff, and you'll have to do like a 2-pass to make sure that doesn't happen, and then your renders take twice as long, and it's a fucking pain in the ass.
Well,
So
we got
it's better to do the constant bit rate.
Yeah, so tech pickups. I got that camera. Obviously, it's in America. It's called the FDR-AX33. It's called FDR-AX30 in Japan. Now, the problem I have with it in Japan is that it doesn't have any other languages besides Japanese, and their thinking is, well, we're in Japan. We don't want people buying it. But it's like, I'm a resident in Japan. Just Japanese is my second language. So, I mean, I can work through the menu. It's fine. It's just that it takes a lot longer due to the kanji and stuff, and I gotta like tebure. I'm like, what the hell is tebure? And it's image stabilization. Yeah, it's image stabilization.
I can just imagine like the angry Yakuza guy saying that, like tebure.
I don't know, man, but pretty much like it's like
you could say any gibberish in that voice and it'll sound like proper Japanese.
Yeah, so I mean, like, there's just some weird things, man. But I'm used to it now. Like, the OS is fine in Japanese. It's just that it's a little bit of a pain in the ass. So especially,
I don't know if he's an angry Japanese man or if he's fighting out of shit. God.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so we got also got like literally, I'm getting like 10 of these 250 gig hard drives in. They're just going so cheap on Yahoo. So for upcoming projects, I'm going to just RAID 0 them and get 500 gig, get more performance out of them. And we got some cheap hard drives going on. So just a lot of tech that's going to come out. There's a lot of videos that are going to be coming out in the next week or two. So stay tuned for that. But let's get on with the tile. Oh, you got to tell all your tech pickups too.
Well, tech pickups for me is really just the I got the Panasonic G7, like I said, the Dimitri camera.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I got the I've got the H4n strapped up there with the dead cats, so it's just fucking good to go with this. This is the kit lens on here. I'm going to get the Metabone speed booster so I could put like bigger lenses on here. But like this, with this lens on here, because it's like a light plastic kit lens, it's so light even with the H4n on top. I'm thinking about using it mostly like this, like for walking around at Land Syndicate, just because it's so light.
Yeah.
And I'll be able to I could just one-hand this thing around a crowd and just like do whatever and get interviews and everything, audio and everything right into the camera, good to go. So 4K, Land Syndicate, travel cam.
Well, there you go, man. You get your G7.
I mean, I got this. I went to go get this thing on sale, and I got it like with the intention. I was like, I'm going to try it out and see if I like it, and then if I like it, maybe I'll return it and get the GH4. And I got this and just loved this right away. And it was just like, this is it now. Like my Canon's is in a bag. Like it's just in a bag. Like I don't need it. Like it's
okay.
dumb.
So it's hard to believe you're in heaven, kind of thing,
It's pretty much, yeah. It completely took me by surprise. I was just like, it was Sunday. I was bored. I bought a camera. I was like, oh my God, this thing's amazing. Completely changed the channel now, I think. Going that direction in 4K. It's like you can't go back once you start doing that, can you?
Oh, 4K? No, you can't. So,
you can't just go back. Like, I think people would be like, Joke, you can't go back from 4K.
No, you can't, man. Once you're there, you can't, backtrack. So now it's like basically an option of upgrading your RAM, getting more hard drive space, and whatnot. So, yeah, it's just the edits are like, gigs.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I'm going to do that tonight. I'm going to upgrade my RAM tonight.
Well, that's what I mean. I'm getting 32 in there, so I've already got 16 upstairs. I'm just going to steal it from the other rig.
Well, the thing is, I've got to get 2 8-gig sticks of dual channel for the mini ITX build anyway, because now I've only got 2 4-gig sticks in there because I have a quad channel kit. So I could take that quad channel kit tonight and just pop it in my main rig, and then bam, I've got 32 gigs of RAM.
Well, there you go. Now you're thinking.
And I'll see what that. I don't think it'll do anything because I never max out my RAM in Vegas. It doesn't use a lot of RAM.
Well, there you go. So we're 4K whores. Anyway, we should stop talking about 4K. People will be like, these guys are so boring. Okay, let's get on to the first topic here. So the pirate group suspends new cracks to measure impact on sales. Now, I don't know how to take this. Basically, 3DM, which is a hacking group, They are saying, look, we're going to take a year off, fellas. We're going to take a year off to see how cracking is affecting game sales. Now, there are some websites that are rumored to say that they just can't crack the Denuvo software. And we've talked about the Denuvo software in the past, being that it is a very difficult kettle of fish to crack.
It's Here's what it is. There's a lot of factors to consider, and we've talked about this in the past, and I've made the case that exactly why they're saying that they're doing this is that piracy actually drives sales rather than making a negative impact on sales, even though people are stealing their games. So it seems they're trying to actually prove that point here by saying, okay, well, we're not going to pirate games anymore for a year because of this Denuvo DRM stuff, which either they can't crack or they're just now refusing to crack to make a stance, and they're just trying to save face, whether you believe that or not. But,
Yep.
it's going to be interesting to see if it actually affects sales or not. I mean, do you think it'll actually make a large enough impact? Is a year enough time for that to happen?
I've said this in the past. People with no money have no money, man. Nothing's going to change whether we.
But
No, people are
that's
just
not
going to
everyone
start playing
but that's-
free-to-play games.
Okay, but as far as the people that do pirate games, I think the people that have absolutely no money or the people that have no other means of getting the game, whether it be monetary or geographical reasons of getting that game, I think that is a very small minority of the group of people that do pirate the games. I think that's a small minority, honestly.
But then again, you've got it's all about perceived value. Like, for instance, Legacy of the Void. I pre-ordered that crap straight away because I know StarCraft 2 is a pretty good game. If I know your game's really good, I'm going to buy it, right? But if I'm on the fence of something, I'm just not, all right. Oh, okay. I can't even try this game. There's no trial. I'm not even going to bother with it. But of course, benchmarking now, you got to buy the games. But beforehand, a lot of people have pirated games because they just want to try it out. They don't give a shit.
Well, another thing is, right now, because of the way that Denuvo works, is that they're needing to have a 64-bit encryption breaking, which to brute force requires a shitload of CPU power. So,
Yeah.
who's not to say that they're not just waiting a year to wait for CPU power to get faster in a year, which according to what's that law where CPU power gets faster?
Moore's law.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
Moore's law's down the toilet, man. Moore's law's gone.
More is that down the toilet? Maybe I don't know.
Three.
Maybe okay. Maybe Bird's sister, leader of the pirate group 3DM, thinks Moore's law is going to kick in on CPU power the next year, and then they'll be able to brute force the 64-bit encryption on Denuvo.
No, I think they're just sending.
They're just like we'll just wait for CPU power to catch up, and we're all running like freaking supercomputers.
No, they probably just took a flight to Google's headquarters. Can we use the quantum computer? We're going to crack some games.
Just break out that quantum chip, Google. There you go. Go on.
Yeah, 3DM are just going to get their hands on it. So that's what the answer is. So I don't know, man. Like, people are talking about, is pirating going to stop? No, it's not. I mean, there's going to be tons of games that just can't afford the Denuvo service, for instance. I mean, there's only a handful of games, isn't there, that actually use the Denuvo service? And then again, they've still been they still managed to crack
more
a
and
lot of games,
the thing is, it's seemingly it seems like it's almost like more and more now. It used to be, maybe in I think in 2013 there may have been 2 or 3 games, and then last year I think there was maybe a dozen, and I think we already have 1 or 2 this year. So it's it seems like it's getting more and more every year because the developers are liking what they're getting, and the crackers that are getting past Denuvo aren't actually cracking it; they're just getting around it. That's all they're doing is tricking the executable into working. They're not actually cracking it in the traditional sense of cracking it. So it's
well, I mean, my opinion is right. It's look, I just want to trial a game sometimes. They should start doing even just 1-week trials or whatnot, just so you can know what the game's about. See, this is the problem going on. There's just so much crap getting released nowadays that people don't know where to go. They don't want to waste their money because they've been burned so many times. I mean, look how many crappy console ports have come out in the last year. People don't know where to turn. So they're like, all right, I'll go pirate the game. Just try it out. Oh, game sucks. As I suspected. So, I mean, I'm not blaming people for pirating games. And I think those people aren't going to go away. They're just not going to buy the game at all. They're just going to be like, oh, it looks pretty bad. I couldn't be bothered. There's no pirate of it. Not even going to bother playing it. Just going to go play some Blade and Soul, which is free to play. GG. So I don't think anything's really going to change with the sales of, I think, yeah, the sales will probably be worse because people can't actually try the game and know what it's about, and they're not even going to bother with it. Just my 2 cents with it. So yeah, that's all I'll say about the pirating thing. I mean, I don't think pirating is going anywhere either. I mean, these guys love to do what they do, right?
No, it's not gonna go anywhere. And people are the Denuvo games. CPY. The people that have been getting around it. They're going to continue to keep working on this. So I don't think this is going to stop anytime soon.
Yeah,
and
it's called a challenge, and I mean, people love it. So
yeah, and then the first group that figures out the way to always break it easily. The first day is going to be like the heroes, and they're going to be the kings. So.
Kingpin,
Then they'll have bragging rights in the scene groups for a decade, and like everyone will be like, oh my god, Skid Row Reloaded 3DM, CPY, please let us suckle at your hacking teat. Anyway, let's move on. Speaking of games that people will probably pirate, Sherlock Holmes, they got another game. They got another game coming out from Frog War.
Hey, gosh, people probably.
Well, hey, let's. Well, I'm being honest. Come on, man. This is one of those games. It's a single player only game. It has no online. It's like a $30-$40 title. They had Crime and Punishment from them as well, and now they've got the new one coming out, Devil's Daughter. So if you've played the previous Sherlock games, then it's going to be more of that. They're basically like interactive adventure games where you get a set number of cases. And this one, they're saying it's going to be 5 cases. So each one is unique. So you get like a murder or a kidnapping or whatever, and you have to look at clues. And you have to solve things. It's kind of like LA Noire, I guess, but just a little bit more modern and better graphics.
I think we discussed this like a while ago and said it was coming out. I've never really.
Well, that was the old one.
I think
that was the last one. The last one didn't come out that long ago. It wasn't. It was like a year ago it came out. But
no, well, like I haven't really played these games. I like watching my Sherlock Holmes, not playing it. So I don't know. They're one of those games that I probably won't even get around to playing. But if you're into Sherlock Holmes, then
they're putting out these games so quick now, like these 5 new cases. I feel like this game, their engine almost would lend itself well to doing episodic content if they wanted to release cases one at a time for $4.99 each. I honestly wouldn't have a problem with that if that meant they could keep a steady stream of content and maybe put out half a dozen throughout the year, and maybe if they did the season thing for $20. I'm not talking about season passes as DLC. I'm talking about supporting a game like this as a season thing, for kind of like with The Walking Dead or Telltale games. I think that would actually work with this particular game, the way they do it with the cases and how fast they're putting them out. It would actually work with this game, I think, and then it would avoid having to put out a single title every year for $40.
Yeah, well, I've been saying this for a while. A good multiplayer sells a game. Nowadays, that's what you need, a good multiplayer. Blizzard understood that way back with StarCraft Brood War. So I don't know. Anyway. Yeah. You want to move on to Fallout 4, new high resolution texture pack, update landscapes, trees and rocks.
Yes.
This just looks like it's it, man.
Yeah, this is the stuff I've been waiting to see. That's 4K bag of Ruffles potato chips there. This is I'm waiting to play Fallout 4, and this is why. I waited to play Witcher 3, and I'm glad that I did because I got to play it with gorgeous mods. And when I finally sit down to play Fallout 4, I'm gonna enjoy it more because I'm gonna have mods like this.
Yeah, that just looks good. It does.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's
to be
amazing.
Honest, it does look really good. So if you guys have played Fallout 4, then you can just play it again with HD texture pack. I think the textures make the biggest difference to a lot of these mod packs.
This is the best thing I've seen so far for Fallout 4. This is, I would mark this as a #1 essential download for this game now. When you get Fallout 4, if you don't, this should almost be bundled with the install. That's how this is what you need right here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just quickly, we're getting asked a lot in the comments about demos and stuff. I liked what Rainbow Six Siege did with that beta before release. You could try the game out, before it was released.
You want a demo? American Truck Simulator just launched the demo for their new game today.
Yeah, see, that's the way to do it, right? I played Rainbow Six Siege. I was like, okay, this game isn't for me. I enjoyed it a little bit, but I didn't think it was worth the money they were asking. But I've got respect. That's how you do a freaking launch.
Okay, listen. people always hate on game on like Euro Truck and American Truck Simulator because they just look at it and what it is and they just judge it before playing it. If anyone watching has never played Euro Truck or American Truck Simulator and maybe you haven't heard of it or maybe you have and you judged it, go download the demo for American Truck Simulator. Try it for an hour and see what happens. You get to play it for like a good while before they stop you from playing. So you can get a good while into it, and then if you want to buy it for like $20, you can keep on playing. And I challenge you to go try it because I bet you will have fun playing it. I guarantee you will have fun playing that game. It is good.
Yeah. See, that's what I mean. Like, if it's anything to come out of this episode, especially on our talk about piracy, it's like these companies need to start letting people trial the games. You know, even if it's a level. Remember Diablo 3? They did like, you know, you could play the first level. You know what I mean? So
or
there's just so many ways
up to a certain rank, like Blizzard did with like World of Warcraft and all that. You play up to rank 12 for free.
Exactly right. It's just called letting people try the actual feel of the game and seeing whether they like it or not.
Well, hey man, look at the mobile market. They got that figured out. It's like fucking crack. They just give you a taste. Just like we just want to give you a little taste. Like here you go. Here's some free coins, man. Oh wait, you want more coins? You want more coins? You're gonna have to buy coins or spend like 80 hours playing our game and avoiding ads to get more coins.
Yeah, well, there you go. So, Hitman official PC requirements are revealed. Requires at least 8 gigabytes of RAM. Quad core.
Holy moly, bejesusness.
So,
this doesn't surprise me. Hitman Absolution was pretty much like a beast to run, and this is like, I mean, they're recommending a 770. That's, that's pretty decent. But we've seen higher recommended games than that recently.
I don't know why they're I don't understand. They're recommending a Phantom 2X4, and then they're recommending a 2500K. 2500K, yeah, 2500K trumps an X4 940. I'm sorry to say. Like, I don't know what's going on with their requirements. So does that mean an i3 6100 will be fine for this game? It's got 4 threads. It should be okay. You know, like, these requirements are kind of like the graphics cards are pretty much right on the money, but just the CPUs has got me scratching my head. Like, yeah, because an X4, like I had an X4 over here the last couple of weeks. I sold it. You know, it's like it's a lot weaker than 2500K.
Yeah, but these specs aren't too bad. But I'm not too excited about Hitman just because of everything I've heard about Square Enix in the past year and how they're breaking this game up episodically. You know, unlike I was talking earlier about how they should do that other game with the Sherlock Holmes. That's what they're doing with Hitman, and I don't really think it fits the Hitman universe. And it just feels like they're clamoring for money at this point in this particular case.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, man. Like, a lot of these games that have the 8 gigabyte requirement, like I was playing them on my 4 gigabyte RAM computer that I built, the $100 PC. People were like, how are you getting that game to work? I'm just like, I just installed it and then just loaded it up. I wasn't doing anything, you know? Yeah. So the game still worked fine. Yep. So I added in another 2 gigabytes of RAM and it worked even better. Yep. 6 gigabytes for the win.
So after Hitman, we've got some things about the Division. Yeah.
All right, I've heard the bad press about this. You know, they're capping it because of the console. I mean, I heard you ranting about it, and it's just like I don't care about that.
I don't care that they limited it for the consoles. I care that they lied about it.
Mm.
So
that's true. Yeah.
So
that's
fuck.
True.
Fuck you, Ubisoft. Your topics are getting deleted. Amazon has released CryEngine-based Lumberyard engine.
I reckon that's what we do, eh? Like, I mean, I didn't want to talk about this Division crap, so let's move on. Like, you know, it's pathetic when you've got to lie like that. We all know that PCs have, like, they got APUs in the consoles. APUs. I don't know if you guys have tested an APU against a dedicated GPU, but it's piss weak. I remember I had... You know, sorry, I'll go first. Back in the day, I had whatever that 3870 from AMD. It was their APU. It was pretty good back then. I had the GDX 670. Tested it against each other. GDX 670 was literally 10 times faster. 10 times. You know, the APUs haven't advanced like that much. So, anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. Rant. So I just don't know why they have to lie about it. I mean, what they're lying about is so stupid. Like, they're trying to say that they were not limited on the PC version. Then why wouldn't the game look like real life? I mean, if that's not the case, then every game that comes out would look real. it would have looked like it did it back at E3. There would be no reason for it to not look like that because PCs aren't limited hardware-wise to look the way that it did E3 3 years ago. So then what's the excuse for it if it wasn't limited by console hardware for parity, if they had to hold it back for that? There's no other reason, is there?
Yeah, doesn't make any sense.
And the fact that like one of your own guys said it and then you deny it, you just look fucking stupid. You look like clown shoes right now denying it. It's like the kid that got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. It says like, I didn't take a cookie. Like your hand's literally on the fucking cookie. It's like I still didn't take the cookie.
Yeah,
it's like you can't prove that I took the cookie. I can prove that you took the cookie. I'm looking at you have the cookie in your hand. It's like, yeah, but I still didn't take the cookie. It's like,
yeah, exactly right. Yeah. Pretty much that's what's going on now. Plausible deniability. So it's not bad, except it's not plausible, So.
But they're lying about something that no one really cared about. No, like when it happened, no one lost their shit. Angry Joe didn't blow up. Boogie didn't blow up. I didn't blow up. Everyone was like, okay, thank you. Thanks for, telling the truth. Good shit.
Yeah,
all right,
exactly,
you got held back. It sucks that it happens, but we understand, thanks for just being honest about it. That's all we ever wanted.
Yeah.
That's all we ever wanted in the past. Like when it happened with Watch Dogs, which is why I'm assuming they're lying now because they got so much shit because of that. We got mad because they lied about it and they didn't tell us about it. When they told us about it this time, people were forgiving. Just stop.
Well, it's just
lying.
it's just
not that
people
hard.
just I don't know who's making the decisions in Ubisoft, but like the PC community, especially the PC community, appreciates transparency, especially with all the bullshit going on nowadays.
Well, I definitely appreciate transsexuals.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, on to the next topic. I'm not going to go down that alley. Oculus Ready PC bundles from Asus, Alienware, Dell. Pre-sale for $1,500, guys.
1,500 clams.
Yeah. So, do you want to tell us what we're getting for $1,500? A GDX 9. It doesn't even say GDX. It says NVIDIA 980.
Well, $1,500. $1,500. That would be like the lowest end. They got the Dell XPS here. It's got an Intel i5 6400 and a 970 with 8 gig of RAM, 1 terabyte hard drive, no SSD. That's $1,200. Bundled for $1,000. Well, actually, wait, hang on. That's $1,000 with the Oculus Rift. Now the Oculus is $600, so that's $400 for a PC with a 970. That's a good deal.
Ew.
Are you kidding? What do you mean, ew? The Oculus is like $600 on its own.
Well, it's an all-in-one. It's disgusting. Look at it. You probably got like the cheapest motherboard known to man on there.
Mate, look.
Right.
You could fucking get this. You can get this thing for bundle price, $1,000. Oculus, right? Does that include the Oculus?
No, but that's why I don't think.
Or is that without the
Oculus? I think they're going to say, look, the bundle price is $999 plus $600 for the Oculus.
If that's the case, then I mean, it's a little bit pricey, but it seems right,
Joker,
I guess.
Joker,
At $1,000, that's insanely cheap. If it's $1,000 with an i5 and a 970 and an Oculus together, you get that. Just sell the 970, the Oculus, and go build yourself a real PC.
Marketing, Joker, marketing. Look at the picture. Do you see the Oculus Rift, the actual unit with the bundle? Do you see it there?
I see a logo of it. It says Oculus Ready.
It says Oculus Ready. No, if they were selling that together,
it says Oculus Ready.
You'd see the Oculus planted all over the freaking marketing. Right. I think it's like, they couldn't do a computer like that for $400. If so, I'd be like, guys, go get the bundle, return the Oculus, get yourself a $400 970 rig. $100 for an i5 6400.
Where do they have? Do they actually have it anywhere you can pre-order?
But then again, for $1,000, that computer's crap. Like I could build a much better PC for $1,000.
No, here it is. This is $1,500. This one right here.
Yeah.
This one comes with the Oculus, the controller, the Asus Tower, everything. Let's see. The Asus Tower. Let's see. What's this fucker got?
Yeah, it's got the bundle there. So it's got
4
bundle
gigabytes,
price.
970, i5, 8 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, this is not bad. $1,500, I guess, with the Oculus with a $900 bundle, a $900 PC with a 970 in it and an i5. It's not terrible, but you could build that. You could build that for yourself for the same price, cheaper maybe.
Nah, I could build it cheaper.
Yeah, you could build it cheaper.
I could get 16 gigabytes of RAM.
There is some situations where pre-builts are beneficial price-wise, but there's like a certain barrier you cross at one point where like it's no longer beneficial at some point. You know, but there is in the low tiers, it is worth it.
Joker pre-mades. Ew.
I mean pre-mades for like office use, not for like gaming and shit.
Oh, yeah, I know, of course. Like I usually like the pre-mades that are used, that are going for cheap, and you can pull out the CPUs, motherboards, and whatnot. Like I did that at the junk store. You know, got a $10.
Brian, 202 watching.
Oh, nice. We cracked 200, guys. Woo!
Again, 2 weeks in a row, baby.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
This is the new status quo.
That's it. Well, people want to see a laid-back, no-holds-barred tech show. They don't want to be like, they don't want to hear the censored crap that's going on out there, man. Like, yeah, people are afraid to speak their minds. We're not afraid to speak our minds on Tech Gaming Weekly, and that just shows it, man. So, anyway, you want to move on to Google reverses its decision to ban an ad blocking?
That's the one. That's the one we could drop. We were going on to Bitcoin next.
Yeah, true. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so
anyway.
we got the Bitcoin topic up next. I'll let you take lead on that. I'm going to grab a bottle of water real quick. I'll be 30 seconds.
Okay. Well, I actually didn't. Well, that's the thing. I actually didn't read too much about this because back in the past, I have not been a big fan of Bitcoin. I don't think it did have good merits, but I thought it was too risky. And you saw a lot of crap go down in Bitcoin, especially that Mt. Gox scenario. I could only feel for some people that lost their money in that event. Now, I just stayed away from it, but apparently it's splitting in two, so it's on the verge of splitting in two. So I'm not too knowledgeable in this topic. I mean, I'm going to wait for Joker to come back because I actually haven't really read up on it. It's like Bitcoin again, making up in the news, but I'll check the price anyway. Bitcoin price. Yeah, I got to be honest, guys. I didn't really do my homework with this Bitcoin one. So yeah, the price of Bitcoin 532 AUD at the moment. United States dollar. Let's check. So $377. So kind of fluctuating around that $300 area.
I'm back.
And yeah, so anyway, tell us more about this Bitcoin thing, man. Like I'm not.
Oh, man, you linked it to me.
Did I?
Yeah.
You linked it to me.
Oh man, you linked this to me.
Okay, well you just talk about your favorite. You talk about the next topic.
You know what? I'm gonna say that I don't forget Bitcoin. I like Dogecoin because it's got a better name.
Okay.
I don't know anything about this topic.
So, okay.
I thought Brian linked it to me. I didn't research this. Sometimes we have topics that like one person wants to talk about, but the other person is either not familiar with or doesn't really have interest with, and the other person will take a lead on it. And that's what I thought happened here. And I guess Brian thought the same thing. So let's just move on to Intel being ahead of the foundries.
I've read up a little bit. So apparently it's going into two different groups. So they're splitting off known as hard fork, and then there's another competing version called Bitcoin Core. So I guess they just got different ideas and different values and whatnot, and they're splitting it into two. I mean, again, it's 5 billion, but it's fluctuating. I think Bitcoin has already been milked. I think a lot of people made a lot of money out of Bitcoin, and now they've sort of bounced, and they're on to their next endeavor. And I don't know, Bitcoin's just this one big floating market now. I guess some people really believe in it, but we'll see in a couple of years' time how much people still believe in it, Like I said before, I mean, my prediction was way off in terms of absolute values, but I thought it would have that big rush, and then it would just slowly fade away.
No, it's Bitcoin is not Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general. It's not going to go away. What's gone away is the at home crypto mining with like GPUs and all that stuff. Because the currencies now, it's just there's so many people and there's so many groups of people doing it together and conglomerates doing it that the one guy, even in his garage with like 500 GPUs strapped together, is not even going to make a dent. So the return on investment is not going to be there because of the amount you're going to have to actually put into hardware just to be able to even see a return. So it's almost pointless at this point for a single individual to do it.
Yeah.
But the actual currency itself is quite good and relatively stable. It does still every once in a while it'll have peaks and valleys where it'll like kind of drop down a lot, but for the most part it works, and it has its obvious benefits. If you're not familiar with Bitcoin, there's a couple documentaries. I think there's one on Netflix, The Rise and Fall of Bitcoin, or I think is one of them. There's quite a few documentaries out there, so just check those out if you want to learn about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've said this in the past. Like, I looked at trading Bitcoins, but it was like the spread and crap like that. It was just too much. It's like, just go back to trading currencies, So, and then you've also got the risk there. I mean, that thing was a volatile monster, man. Like, back when everyone was going into it, I was just like, nah, you can't trade that crap. You'll be in for one massive headache. So I don't know. Anyway, so staying away from Bitcoin, that's just who I am, man. You know, people love it. I understand why they love it, but me personally, it's just not my thing. So anyway, I'm happy with my life at the moment. So you want to move on to this Intel not ahead of the foundries.
I want to talk about this because it has hamsters on little bikes.
That's it. So basically, it's just an article about Intel's race against some competitors like TSMC, and it's just really, you know, how they've shrunk down to 14 nanometer tech and how the other guys are coming in and they were a little bit ahead on 20 nanometer. It is interesting, though, that Intel is kind of slowing down, especially with their new TikTok talk strategy. I don't know what's going on there, but that's allowing the competitors to catch up. I mean, Samsung's FinFET 14 nanometer is looking pretty impressive. That's coming out. Well, that's already in production. We've got, TSMC shrinking down to 16 nanometers. So Intel, in a few years' time, might not be the top dog. I mean, especially when they shrunk down to 22 nanometer or even 14 nanometer. I know they were the first ones to do that. Like especially in the x86 scene, sorry, I mean the actual desktop market. So
I want to see Samsung start releasing some name brand chips into the consumer market.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. I mean, I think they will work with AMD's. AMD's going with 14 nanometer FinFET, so from Samsung. So we'll see that with AMD. So that'll be really good. I can't wait for that. And then obviously Nvidia's going with TSMC. That'll be interesting, man, to see how the yields go because they're going with two different dudes.
Yeah.
So dude, these guys just they companies making like all this hyper advanced technology, but we're just gonna call them dudes,
Yep. So, just dudes.
These dudes, they're going with one dude, they're going with the other dude. So. Anyway, do you want to watch this? The next one, Aussies. Telstra suffers network outage. Like, I don't really care too much for this because I don't really use my phone a lot. I just use my phone
I'm sorry, I'm too busy looking at Jennifer Dudley Nicholson's resting bitch face on this video, so you'll just have to excuse me while I stare at that.
Which video?
The one that plays on the network outage thing on the Aussie video.
Okay, I just turned off the video. So
yeah. Well, so did I. But as soon as when I paused it, it's like just sat on her face, like goofy ass resting bitch face. So it's like,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've got so Telstra apparently there's some big outage with their mobile data and their mobile service, and they've compensated for it by giving everyone a day's free use of data. So yeah, nothing really too big there. I mean, so I imagine some businesses would have been really pissed off with this, because obviously businesses need communication. But me personally, if this happened to me in real life, it'd be like, okay, what the hell's going on? Check on the internet. All right, I still got my desktop connection. It's all good. The internet's not out. Because like some people in Australia, like they'll actually, like some yahoos will actually get up there and like cut cables, cut the like wires and stuff, cut the telecommunication cables. And like the internet will drop out for like a day sometimes. It's like, what? Who the hell does that? Like who the hell cuts telecommunication cables? You must be raging pretty hard, eh? Oh, my internet got capped again. I'm gonna show them. And go out and cut an internet. I don't know. Anyway, you
guys have way too many problems with that with internet in Australia, man.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. That's another thing I was scared of.
It doesn't have any. It has like no sign of like getting better. It's like, okay, we can put in all this like fiber. It's like, oh no, we're gonna make it worse. We're just gonna.
Well, they just need to roll out. Like, I don't understand the NBN. I don't know why they're rolling it out to freaking whoop whoop. I mean, if you want good internet, go to the city. It's just economics, man. You need population density to be able to afford that. The NBN's going to end up sending Australia broke. Yeah.
I would never move to Australia with the way that it is currently with its internet and its with the games as well. The way with the game restrictions and all that. And it's not anything against Australia. I'm sure it's a beautiful country. I'd love to go there, but because of their laws with the internet and gaming and all that, I would never move there.
Well, the internet's bad at the moment. I mean, the internet's bad. I remember going home for the last year for the summer, like here, and then the winter there. It was just like I was uploading a video there, and it took so freaking long. And I mean, just going up to 4K now, I don't imagine how I could do that in Oz. Hey, I'm uploading a video tomorrow. It's not even uploaded. Like, what? You got to then you get a mail from your internet service provider. You got to stop uploading this. It's too much data. What?
Yeah, it's called the Australian scheduling system on YouTube. It's not, you're not actually scheduling it. You're just waiting a day and a half for it to actually get uploaded.
Yeah. So I mean, at the moment I got 200. I recently changed my internet. They've got a gigabit service, but like seriously, I do not even need a gigabit. Like 200's absolutely fine. Like I haven't come into any problems. It's so blitzingly fast. I mean, if I do upgrade to a gigabit, I've got to go get a new modem. And I got to go change everything, and I could be down for a month. And a month without internet, man, I don't know what I'd do. So yeah, that's basically with internet speeds. Do we want to move on to some more?
You'd probably be masturbating to like anime body pillows or something.
I'm not. I don't touch that. That's disgusting. Let's move on now. So do we want to move on to some more positive news, guys? Mad Catz are laying
Brian
off.
is a weeaboo. Confirmed.
I'm a weeaboo.
He's a weeaboo. I finally did watch that today.
Did you watch it? Yeah, like one of the funniest.
I was having my morning poop nap, and I was like, I'm gonna finally watch the Weeaboo video, and I watched the whole thing on the blog. I was like, yeah, this is good.
If you guys haven't seen it yet, you gotta go watch Random Frank. Oh no, it's not Random. Filthy Frank.
Not
Weeaboo.
Random Frank.
No, Random Frank P. Weeaboo. I did, yeah. So we got Mad Catz, some positive news, like I was saying before. Mad Catz lays off 37% of their staff and restructuring plan. What this means is they got to get creative with their products because they currently suck.
Yeah, haven't they always? I thought that was the point of Mad Catz. I thought they knew they sucked. I thought they knew they were like the Kmart knockoff brand of like, you know, it's like you had the first party Sony and Microsoft stuff. And then you had third-party Mad Catz stuff that was like $20 cheaper, but it was also like smaller and made out of shittier plastic, and it broke after a year. And you understood that when you bought it.
Yeah, that's a nice analogy. But I thought Mad Catz did make some good mice, yeah, with the anti-recoil.
No, they didn't. They didn't make anything good. Nothing was ever good from Mad Catz. Even the name the logo, the colors, everything is bad about Mad Catz. There's nothing good about them.
Someone's gonna make the Mad Catz. You know that guy.
They should go back. They should change their name to Happy Dogs and just start over and just sell. I don't know. I don't know things for.
You know that. What is it? Is it the? What, I didn't even know what the is it Spanish, the language where those two guys are laughing. You remember that Nvidia scandal? And there's that guy just laughing. Someone's that's a old video that's been applied to many things like the what is it? Is it Mexicans or Spanish or what? Like
it's like a Spanish. It was like a Spanish talk show, and this guy is telling a story and laughing uncontrollably, and it's fucking hilarious. And I've seen it with so many things. It was like the Battlefront one or the Black Ops DLC one. There's so many. They're so funny.
Oh, so it's Spanish. It's not.
Yeah, like you could look up.
I don't know. I got nothing.
You could look up the one like the Black. It was like the Black Ops 3 one, and he's like pretending he's a representative from Activision. And they're putting out Black Ops 3, and it's the same exact shit from Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, and he can't stop laughing about the features. Like, we're doing this and this again, and he's dying laughing. It's so good.
Yeah, I remember I went to the States though, and like I said something like like. You speak
yes, we read
Spanish
the chat ABS. I'm reading the chat right now. What do you think this is?
Oh yeah. Okay. Anyway, right. Do you want to move on to some even more positive news? GDDR5X.
It looks sexy. I want it. I want to touch it. I want to lick it and rub it on my nipples that people have now seen in 4K.
Yeah. It's arrived, guys. It's official. This is actually a really good option for tech. You know, like. We're going to see a lot of those speeds boosted up on the mid-range cards especially. So, you know, and we all know mid-range, and this is why I'm excited for GDDR. I'm going to say GDDR. That's how I do it, bro. That's how I roll. Dope double data rate, you know? So, you know, GDDR5 memory, and, you know, it's coming on the mid-range cards, which gets me excited because the mid-range cards is where all the value's at. You know, that's the sweet spot. Like that's where you got the R939, you got the GTX 970.
Maybe if they do something to like top the 970 on the next go around with a $300 GPU in that range, it's gonna be good stuff. Yeah, I mean, the 970 is such a beast.
Well, double the speed, like apparently double the throughput rate. That's awesome. So, I mean, what's there not to love about this?
I mean, the 970.
People are like,
I mean,
Sorry.
970 can already do like 1440. I mean, if they come through on the next generation and you see like a $300 graphics card that's, able to hang in there with like 1440p and maybe even throw around like 144 FPS on some titles, that'd be amazing.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Like, it's a great bridge. It's a great bridge for the tech community. I don't know why people are upset about this, if anything. Like, I remember some people, oh, we're not going to be HBM. It's like, well, I'm sure they're not going to be able to roll out HBM, which has just been introduced on low-end or mid-range graphics cards. It's not going to be worth the cost. So, yeah, this is a great answer. Like, good stuff, Micron. Can I get a review sample?
you just want the raw memory, just send it to you.
Yeah, that's it. Just send us out the raw memory. I'll figure out what to do with it.
You'll strap it onto your 980 Ti. That'll be the next project.
That's it. So I'll
but
get.
But you got to make sure when you put it on, if you have any excess like thermal paste around the outside, make sure you scrub it off with a brush and leave it out in the sun for 3 days. And then you got to strap it to the hood of your car and drive around to work for a month, and then that's how you cure it and make it work properly.
Yeah. Okay, so next topic here, we got Windows 10 update history is coming. So now you'll be able to see exactly what Microsoft's forcing your copy of Windows 10 to do.
But you still won't be able to stop any of it.
Yeah, so you're just going to know, like, hey guys, we're screwing you over this way now. So they're just going to give you an idea of how you're getting screwed over, rather than not knowing about it. But there's already been this
is like imagine every night you were getting raped by one of the men in black, and afterwards he erased your memory. But then, like a few years later, like someone figured out a way to get rid of all of those erases and then show you all the times you got raped. You're like, I don't want to remember that.
Yeah, well, I just like every time I just get more into Windows 10, I find a new problem. Now I've got Windows opening up on my second monitor. I'm like, no, they were opening and closing up on my main monitor now. Why the hell is this happening? Like, Windows 10's got some real erratic behavior that I hope they fix it within the next 6 months at the very least, because it's really starting to, grind my nerves. So, I don't know. Like, Windows 8.1, I never had any of these problems. It was a good OS. Just introduce DX12 on 8.1 and I'll be happy. That's all you got to do, Microsoft.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
The interface does look cool though on the next page or whatever, but
yeah.
I still won't use Windows 10 though.
Okay, well, it's not bad. It's just that there's things that really get to me. So anyway,
just Windows 8. Yeah. I like Windows 8.
Windows 10, guys. So we want to move on to the next topic. We got a ViewSonic XG 2700 4K monitor, which is IPS. It's got FreeSync. It's going to be released. But it actually was released now. You can buy it.
It is released. You can buy it now in America. Yeah, $700.
You can buy it now.
$700 though, man. FreeSync is not looking so free anymore, is it?
Well, that's the thing. Like I thought I told you last night. We've got this next monitor up here, the LG. I saw this when I was in Electric City like a few months ago. I was like, wow, that's an awesome monitor. IPS. This one supports FreeSync too. It's $450. You know what I mean? Like, I think you pulled up the wrong one. I don't know what's going on here, but this magic. Did this sell out? Like, I linked you this yesterday. It had like $520.
It's up on my screen anyway.
Well, it's not giving me a price anymore. Like, it's just saying one new from $740 now.
I'm trying to get it to show. I'm trying to get it to show for the viewers. There it is.
So anyway,
I've got it. I opened it up earlier and I've got it up, so don't worry about it.
All right, well, don't refresh it then. But that's what I'm saying.
$6.99.
But this is the thing. I saw this monitor, this LG monitor, in Electric City for like $450. So I mean, I don't know what's the big hype about this monitor. I mean, it's got red on it. That's probably what it is. So
is that it?
Yeah, that's what it is. So you got to pay an extra $200 for red. So, but apparently it's got a low input lag option, which is pretty good. I mean, I could appreciate that. It's just I don't think it's worth $200 like over the competitors' products. IPS.
Don't you know, Brian? Red equals gaming.
Red equals gaming, brother. Red's
just
faster.
Like red equals racing. Red equals gaming because gaming is fast and racing is fast and urge is fast.
Where's your gaming chair, bro? Where's your gaming chair? Do you have a racing gaming chair?
That's what they're trying to sell. when they put that red on there, they're trying to sell your brain speed.
Well, if they're selling race, like they need the fold out now, the fake gear stick, so you can feel like, and they need a fake steering wheel on that thing. You know what I mean? So you can sit down in your gaming chair and you can be like, yeah, I got a gaming chair. Yeah. So I'm going to 3DM, bro.
Yeah, it's and I mean, for 4K 700 is, I mean, it's just a touch too much. I mean, for $100 less, it would be like okay, but 27 inches I think is too small for 4K. The pixel density would be good for gaming, but if you're doing anything at desktop, shit's gonna be so small you're not gonna be able to see anything.
Well,
I wouldn't
28's
use
enough. 28's
nah.
enough for me, dude. 28's like too much. Like, I mean, too little for me too. Yeah, I think like
You need
32
like at
and
least
over is
30. You
great
need
for
30.
4K.
I mean, I think 40 is just right for pixel density, but personally, I wouldn't use less than a 32.
Yeah, 32 I think's pretty good. I mean, yeah, 28. Like I'm using 28 now. It's pretty freaking small, man.
I mean,
Like,
even a 32, you're going to be squinting, or you're going to have to scale up some text and certain
oh,
things.
it does
Certain
scale pretty well. So
certain applications it doesn't scale well in certain applications where you actually it doesn't. So
yeah.
it's not it's just really depending. I mean, even if Windows scales well, certain applications might not. So.
All right. So anyway, that's about it. Yeah, wraps up the topics. What do you guys want to
No,
talk
we got that,
about?
and what about that LG monitor you linked? What's that one?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was talking about, dude.
Oh,
LG
okay,
have a product.
so that's tied in with that.
That's
I
what I was
got you.
talking about. I mean, like LG have a product out there already that's FreeSync 4K IPS, and it's like I saw this thing going for like $500. So,
Oh, okay. I
I,
was looking at the other one. Okay, so this is the one you were looking for at that price. I got you.
no, yeah, this is
Okay,
what
so
I
on
mean.
my screen it's
This thing
listed at
looks,
700 now still.
and arguably, this thing looks way better. It's way cleaner. Doesn't have all this
I agree.
fancy.
Yeah, it
you know,
does. Yeah, I like the stand in this better. It's got like a brushed metal.
Like,
The new brushed metal look. That I'm sure. Did they lease that out from AMD? That brushed
they
metal
might have,
design.
yeah. See, they might have been like, look, AMD fellas, we're just loving that copy paste Google job on the brush metal design. We're gonna do the same thing.
Yeah.
They're probably just like silicon sticking these brush metal frames on the monitors. But I mean, that ViewSonic, I gotta admit, man, after looking at it a little bit more, it looks terrible.
Yeah. I don't
Like,
like. I'm
have
not
a
big
good
fan
look
of
at it. Have a look at the stand. I don't know what they're doing. Do they just like get an angle grinder on the side of the stand and be like, all right, looks good. There's the design.
That's it. We put some angles on it, and therefore it is now gamery
Yeah,
and
and
red
then
and a red light and a red
then the
light.
text is like freaking 2001, man, XP era.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? Ugh.
No
Ew.
idea, man.
ViewSonic, guys. You guys, I don't know, man. Sometimes it makes me wonder if, like, all these guys got to do is just go to a few different tech channels. I'm not even saying us. Just say, look, what do you think of our design? And they'll tell you straight up, like, looks disgusting. I don't know. The LG looks miles better, is cheaper, and just looks like it's be a better deal in every way possible. It's already out there. So,
Yeah.
anyway, the truth hurts sometimes, guys. The truth hurts sometimes. Sorry if you
Yeah.
already pre-ordered one of your ViewSonic 4K gaming monitors and you were just happy and overexcited about
Well,
it.
hey, man, it might still might be the bitch's tits, so we'll see. but we do have time today for the Q and the A. So if you guys have any questions, you can post them down in chat.
Yeah, post away,
We'll
guys.
check out your questions here because we are done for topics.
Yeah, I
So
do not
post
have
your if you guys
any. I do
questions,
not
we'll,
have any
answer.
more. And I did not have work today too. I got a day off miraculously. So
We breached those topics pretty quick though.
we did, man. We smashed through it. What's the time? I didn't know. Oh, whoa. We did get through
We
that.
got through in an hour. Yeah.
You were telling we needed to get down the topics a little bit. Like we needed to pipe down the topics a little bit. So
No, there was just there was a couple of not so great topics. Is what it was.
okay. Well, I've got the LGA 771 mod video coming very soon. That's the problem is I've got to wait for like these little strips to come in from overseas. And, you know, eBay, that could take like a month, you know what I mean? So I ordered it like 2 weeks ago because I knew what I was getting into with the LGA 771 mod. It's just the problem is, it's just I don't want to wait anymore. I've got everything else ready to go. I've got like the first part of the mod done. And, you know, I'm like, where's my strips? I want my little strips so I can put it on the CPU and have an LGA 775 Xeon, baby. So you got to ask, do you think Pascal will rock your world? Do you think Pascal will rock your world?
No.
Okay. People asking me about my 980 Ti. Yeah, guys, I said in a few episodes back, I got it fixed. Like, they sent me out a new 980 Ti Air Boss. Like, they sent me out an even better addition to the one that was that died. So that was awesome. Really good, like Inno 3D, I guess, whatever. They got a good warranty. So really good news there. Yeah, and also, Joker, will you be doing a performance review on the Fallout texture mods?
It's not something I had anticipated doing. No.
For me, it's like,
I mean, The thing is with Fallout is I've looked at doing some stuff with Fallout, but there's like already so many videos on Fallout 4 that it's like impossible to like post anything on that and anyone actually see it.
yeah. Oh, damn, someone said they beat my $100 PC, £10 for a 6870. Damn, man, you picked up a bargain.
Yeah,
So,
someone
like,
was asking about the. I was trying to think of the Rainbow Six Siege issue someone was talking about. I can't remember what the hell it was now. The new issues that they have with the game on the new patch. They patched it in and brought in a whole bunch of new bugs to the game.
Yeah, like, I mean, if you're picking up bargains like that, I don't think I can beat a 6870 for £10. Like, I don't know where you got that from, but the cheapest I've got a graphics card was probably that 5850 for $30. I did get this one here. I got a 270X for around about $100. That was a pretty good pickup the other week. I'm just waiting on my Westmere build to get that one underway. I did get a 7970 G8C edition for like 130 or 140, which was really good as well. But yeah, £10 for a 6870, man. I don't think I can beat that, you know. So, I'm picking up deals, but I don't think, like, this is the whole thing about my used builds. It's just to be alert, know that there are parts out there that people just don't know what they're worth, and they're just like, oh, I just want to get rid of this PC. I'll sell it for whatever. And if you know what the parts are worth, you can definitely pick up something really cheap and, have a lot of fun with it, or you can resell it or whatnot, and just cut yourself a cup of tea, a cinnamon cup of tea, go out, buy some more cinnamon, and have some fun.
With some nice chamomile.
Yeah, you got chamomile too. Yeah.
Chamomile.
So it's missing a fan fin. That's not a problem. Doesn't really make a difference. So, but yeah, any more questions, guys? So, are you going to Twitch soon, Joker? Or are you going to Twitch stream soon?
I don't know. I just kind of Twitch whenever I feel like it. Really, just like I upload videos.
Yeah.
Basically, the TGW is the only thing that I do during my week that is on a schedule. The only thing. Everything else is like, I just wake up and I'm just like, hello world, what do I want to do today?
Yeah, well, for me, it's like I got to work, and then it's like, am I tired enough to go to bed, or do I have to go make content?
I can't be on this schedule grind, man. I can't be on that whole schedule thing. I mean,
it's stress, man.
I mean, just having this 1 hour is hour and a half during the week really eats into my time, man. It's like I got to plan the whole week around. I do though. It's crazy. It's an hour and a half during the week, but I literally plan my entire week around it. But I do though. My video uploads and everything. I do time everything around the show. So this show is my. It's good though. I guess this show is my one constant. So it actually does help with scheduling, with uploading the other content as well. So yeah, it does help.
It's awesome to interact. People want to know what's going on too. Like if you've had a blowout, you haven't made content for a little while. I can, if I haven't made content for a few days or whatnot, I can tell people why.
Well, yeah,
what's been going on.
I agree. Yeah, that's why I like doing the streams, because you get to talk to people, but I get to talk to everyone here. So I kind of get my fix on that here.
Yeah, so it's our way of interacting and everything. It's a perfect formula for the week. Anyway, we got asked a question. What do you guys think of upgrading from a 295X2 for a 980 SLI for 4K? I'd say wait for Pascal, man. Like, honestly, just wait unless you don't like money. Like, I picked up a $5 cooler the other day that was like a really good cooler, and I was like, damn, this guy must not like money, So I would just wait for Pascal, because 295X2 will still be decent. It should still be able to run 4K, right? Like, I don't see, if you've got the settings tweaked, you should be okay for now. Just wait till Pascal, because there's going to be some big upgrades, or even AMD's Polaris. So that's just, then you can do the. Why are we talking about thongs? You got to get up the thong song, Joker. The thong.
I can't help it, man. I'm a fucking sexy man, and people just want to see me get my shit off. I mean, there is a video of me dancing with my shirt off. You can look like fat guy dancing with his shirt off or something. I can't remember what it was. I did some kind of video on my channel. It's one of my old videos on my channel. You can go find it. There's loads of videos of me with my shirt off.
Yeah,
you just have to go find them.
Have you seen Linus chopping up a GDX Titan X? Yeah, I actually saw that. Chopping it up with a grinder. I mean, he puts a water block on it. That's what he doesn't really explain much about. Like,
Well, I'll tell you what I did see. Someone had posted this amazing thread on Vessel for Linus that I'll show to the viewers.
oh really?
If I could, if I could bring it up. I don't know who made it, but you won't be able to hear it, Brian. But I'll play it for him. Here it is.
What, you gonna play it? Oh,
There you
level.
go.
I haven't played Dota 2.
People got to look at it. I don't know what crazy man made that, but there it is.
I got a in Dota 2. I'm like around 4,300 my MMR rating. I haven't played video games for like a couple of weeks now. It's ridiculous. Like, it's sad. I've got to get back on gaming. I've just been too indulged in the used builds mainly. Hey, so anyway, what do you got there? Linus Shill tips. What's this about?
Oh, that was on Vessel. It was posted on Vessel. Someone posted a cell phone video of it on Vessel.
I don't know, man. But yeah, like, I don't know, like, yeah, I don't want to talk about Linus and stuff, like, you know what I mean? Like, he can make really good content sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
I just think,
Brian,
I just
you're
think
lagging
it's
pretty bad,
direction.
your video.
Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, it's the end of the show anyway, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, we got good. We still
Is
got
my
good-
voice?
we still got good- your voice is good. It's just your image keeps locking up on your webcam.
Okay.
No, we just like to give Linus a hard time, but he still does some good videos.
Yeah,
sometimes.
here and there. It used to be like every
here and
video
there he does some good videos.
Yeah. So, yes, that's what I mean. Another thing I haven't mentioned about why content hasn't come out as much as it has is I've been spending a lot of time with my son too. Weekends. I mean, I don't really like. It's not to do with tech, but I've been seeing him every weekend, man. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, so.
Yeah.
The X has come around. Like, we're being amicable about the whole thing, and it's really good. Like, it's really positive. You know, so that's why I'm loving life at the moment. You know, so.
I know, man. You're starting to spend so much time with your son. It's getting in the way of time for me and you to hang out.
Yeah,
it's like any time Brian was on Skype, if I'd call him, he'd answer. Now he's like, oh, I'm my boy. I was like, man, what's up?
Plus, I mean, I've been Skyping him like almost every night too, so it's really good, man.
I think Brian likes his son more than me, man. I think that's
well, who wouldn't, man?
That's wrong, man. I was here first.
Doesn't matter, man. It's family.
I mean, you didn't know me first, but I was born first.
Jeez. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He's born second, man. He's newer.
He's Joker Fresher edition.
That's it. That's me, man.
He's Joker He's Joker the Undamaged edition before he turned into a
you're the
person's like a sailor.
Well, you're the 8800 GT, bro. Like, you're old news now. Like, you were good at the time, but now, yeah, time to move on. He's like the 980 Ti.
Try the 9800 GT2, brother. GT2, not the one.
Yeah. Well, someone messaged me about my NVIDIA control panels.
This body is not single card. This body is SLI. Okay. There's not just one here. Okay. This is two.
Yeah.
At least two.
Yeah, we got asked, are we going to meet? Oh, my son is 3 years old. He's turning 4 in a couple of months. We're going to meet one day. Yeah, I'll meet Joker one day. Hey?
Can you restart your cam?
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. Well, it just froze, did it?
It's been locked for like 2 minutes.
Okay.
Doesn't move.
Well, that's awesome then. People can just see a locked cam. Is it good now?
No.
It should be. Like, I'm seeing myself waving around here, like the own feedback kind of thing.
No, you're completely locked up.
Okay, well, there's something happened on Joker's end, so blame Joker. Joker.
Here, let's
He's
do
just
this.
locked me up. Okay. Do something, man.
I think you were right, actually. Everything is locked up on my end.
Let's just, maybe we'll close out the show so it doesn't, we don't get any technical difficulties.
Yeah, Skype is completely locked on my end. I'm surprised we're even getting audio.
Yeah, so there we go.
All right, so I'm gonna go. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and close out. I think we're having some technical difficulties on Skype, guys.
One more question though. He got a
you can't. No, we can't question. It's closing. It's in the not responding state.
Okay. Well, yeah.
we got it.
Oh, just wait. Let me answer this question quickly. So someone asked about 290 Ti's for SLI. They don't work on a Gigabyte X99 UD4. Now, I've said this in the past. I've had a lot of problems on Gigabyte's X99 line. I'd just say, like, take the motherboard back. Get another motherboard, bro. Anyway, plain and simple. Anyway, guys, we're going to peace out for now. We'll catch
we got to go ahead and get out of here, guys. Technical difficulties on Skype. Sorry for that. But we will catch you guys next week. So, yeah, we'll see you then.
Right.
Ta-da.
Sure.